This is from our friend Back of the Head. That's
Oh,
John Orchiola
you know that guy.
of in the live chat, but of course he works at screenrant.com. He covers Star Trek. And I got this breaking news. You're gonna love this. Breaking news from 2 hours ago. It was a
Oh.
text from John Orchiola.
Hey!
It here's the news right here. He
Oh!
says Star Trek Prodigy season one leaves
Yes.
Netflix today. And I says to him, you'll never guess my response. Maybe you will. Thumbs down. This was a thumbs down response from me to him. Now you
Oh.
might be thinking, wait a second. That looks like a green phone. I'll have you know, I've got the blue phone. He's got the green phone. See, Melissa doesn't know what I'm talking about because all of her things look like this because she's a green phone too. Don't mean
What?
to.
No, wait, what is a green phone?
There's
You mean
some
like
people who know exactly what I'm talking about.
where your messages come in green instead of blue?
Yeah, Matt, I believe Matt's a
Yeah.
blue
Mine
phone.
doesn't. Yeah, blue phone.
My,
This guy right
my
here.
messages don't come in.
No, for like other people.
Yeah. Sorry, Melissa. I didn't mean to call you out there. I
They
know
come in
it's a
white.
Yes, yours do on your phone, but your messages to other people who are
white.
come
I am
Yeah,
actually a green phone.
What do you have, like a
blue.
Google phone or something?
white. And I have an Android. It's a Samsung. Thank you
There
very
you go.
much.
Same. I
It's
do.
not an Apple.
Mine is an apple.
I don't know why, but Melissa's look after that looked like she was ready for a fight, and I'm not ready for a fight. So let's move on. All right. So the big news today, the big sad news, everybody, Star
I
Trek
was ready
Prodigy.
for you to make fun of me, is
I
what I
would
was
never,
waiting for.
I would never make fun of you until Friday. Star Trek Prodigy season one leaves Netflix today. Okay, so I said that it incorrectly, and Matt, you corrected me at the top of the show when I said Star Trek Prodigy is no longer on Netflix, just season one. So they're keeping season two by itself. That's so weird.
Yep.
It's
Until
Until the end of
December
the year. Till December
31st.
31st.
Oh, you
Yeah.
just put it there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they're new viewers, they check this out. They go, "Hey, this looks like a fun thing," and then they're like, "There's only season two."
Yeah.
right? That's dumb, right?
Yeah, I agree. Uh,
So, what's gonna happen?
You hope that they find somewhere else or they find a way to renew the license on Netflix. I don't know. I mean, you'd think if they were going to, though, they would have done it by now and it wouldn't be leaving.
I don't know though, because I posted an article on my Facebook about this trend of having shows with 2 years between their seasons.
Hmm.
These
Hmm.
huge gaps. And then so Netflix is canceling all of these people, all of these shows because they're not getting the viewerships that they did the first season.
Right.
But that's because nobody remembers what happened in the first season. So why are
Exactly.
you going to
I do. It was great.
wait
I loved it.
forever?
Yeah. Like they're
No,
looking at the numbers without any context.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
not looking at like, oh, this is the fallout from like the strikes and
Yeah,
things
yeah,
actually are
exactly.
going to very in somewhat short order be less of that, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand.
Oh.
Why did nobody come
It's
back?
because
Well, when was the last time
the number
yeah, when
guys are
was the
just like
last time
looking
you
at
had
the
a new
numbers, being
episode?
like,
Oh,
these
two
num
When
years ago.
these numbers are
they're
bad.
ridiculous. We're ridiculous because we don't
Yeah.
realize people have lives beyond waiting 2 years for a television show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they don't advertise it very well when it's coming back. It's
And
all of a
then they
sudden
don't
it's
advertise
yeah,
it.
Exactly.
Right.
new season on, but and you're like, oh man, that show's still around.
Exactly.
I have
Whoa.
forgotten all about that.
Something. But look, the point is that Star Trek Prodigy
There we go.
deserves better. This is what I think,
Agreed.
and that's why I'm
Yeah.
wearing purple like doll. Um,
Oh,
because somebody asked in the live chat, it was a while ago because we got lost in other conversations. But somebody asked, is it possibly moving back to Paramount Plus?
Right.
So I'm gonna
Which
do
is a good
something that I
question.
learned. I'm gonna tell you guys and do something that I learned on social media. I spend some time on social media and I see what people do, and so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and act like an expert on something that I don't know anything about.
Nice.
So, and I'm going to speak like an authority, and I'm going to say things and deliver them as facts when in fact they're just guesses or opinions or theories.
I love it.
So here's my fact. Prodigy might go back to Paramount Plus, but it number one will not be until after the merger is complete.
Right.
And
Mhm.
all the meetings have been had, and all the executives have hemmed and hawed and had their certain measurement contests and all that. And then everybody decides yes or no whether to have it or not. And point 2B will be probably not called Paramount Plus. It will maybe be a new or rebranded kind of thing. So the answer is kind of like a maybe yes, but in a different form. And that's the only possible answer there can be because I'm an authority on it, unless you guys have a thought on it. Go ahead.
Exactly.
No, I think you're actually, I think that's a very good
Mhm.
assessment of the situation as it is right now. I mean, I know for, from some sources that a lot of things are on pause right now until the merger happens. I mean,
Mhm.
that only makes sense because if you don't have the money to do the things and you need this other company to come in to provide the money to do those things, you're going to stop doing the things, right? So,
Mhm.
um, but yeah, and to that point too, I would say, why would I don't know, Paramount Plus seemed to eject Prodigy very quickly, right? They were just like, get
So
the F
weird.
out of here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there was
No.
no like lingering, like, oh, thanks for coming. It's so sad you have to
Mhm.
leave. It was just like without prejudice, boom, you're gone. You can't watch it here
Yeah.
anymore. So it'd be
It's
really
so
weird if they brought it
weird.
back. Yeah.
Mhm.
That whole Prodigy thing was really weird.
Right?
It was bananas.
Bananas. Ryan hates
But yeah, no. So
bananas
Ryan, I think you're right on the money
In
with that.
stuff.
in stuff.
That's just my support of your conjecture.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still
Hey.
conjecting.
Oh,
Conjecting.
nice. Yeah, because
Hmm.
like yeah, they're like, hey, we made this show, and they're like, hey, we renewed it. Oh, wait, we don't want to pay for it. So,
Yeah, we don't
so,
want to show
so,
it.
so, like Netflix bought the rights to it for X amount of time, right?
Right.
And then
Yeah.
does it just default back to Paramount? Is that how that works?
Well, it
Well, I
is
think they
Like,
Paramount.
does Paramount own it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
CBS
Yeah.
Yeah.
owns
Paramount
it.
paid for it to be
Right.
made. And so then
Right.
Netflix paid them for the
Right.
ability to show it. But that
Right.
license only lasted for X amount of time. And then once that happens, then
Interesting.
Right.
Netflix would have to repurchase the rights to
And technically,
show it.
Paramount CBS paid for season 2 to be made, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Netflix paid to
right, for
distribute
the
Show
it.
it.
rights to,
Yeah.
yeah, for the rights to
Gotcha.
stream it.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 So, okay.
As
So,
far
and
as I know, they
because,
didn't.
right, because there's no season 3, Netflix doesn't own a chunk, like,
Right. They have
yeah.
no vet. They didn't put any money into the production of
Right.
it.
Whereas the difference
Right.
between that and a show like The Expanse that started on one network and went to another,
Right.
it was actually produced for several seasons by Prime, so they own not only the distribution rights for the original seasons, but also the show for
Right.
the other. I
Mhm.
mean, who knows? They might have bought the whole thing, but you know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm with you. The old
Right.
brain's just chugging along.
Thanks so much for watching that clip. We go live every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern with all the latest Star Trek news on the virtual TrekCon channel.